I would like to show you how to shorten or petite an armhole. You might ask why you would need to do this adjustment. Well, if you've noticed that if you just did this to your garments, that they would fit a little bit better and feel more comfortable, then this would be an adjustment that you would want to try. As we age, we often lose a little bit of height, and what you might notice that one of the first places that you notice it is in this armhole area. And we can make that armhole come up closer to your body, and you will actually have more range of motion when you do that. Coco Chanel was the first person that put that into her clothing, and her clothes were very comfortable, so we'll give it a try. I get to show you with this great ruler and one of the patterns. Pamela's Patterns has built-in shorten or petite lines right in the pattern. If your pattern you're working on doesn't have it, you can put the lines in approximately the same place, which should be just above where the notch is on the pattern. So to shorten the armhole, I'm going to cut on the bottom line and move it to the top line. This pattern piece gets placed on the fold, so to line this up, I'm going to make sure that the center fronts are lined right up. My mat is pinnable, so I can put pins right through the pattern and into the mat to hold it in place. But if you don't have a pinnable mat, you could just use some weights. I use the washers from the hardware store just to hold this down. It's easier to have your hands free so that you can tape this. So you'll put a piece of tape right across here and tape that whole thing down. So you've just shortened the armhole 5/8 of an inch by doing that. Now you'll notice right here that there is a little jog when you do this, and we're going to true up the pattern so that that jog goes away. To do the truing, I'm going to use this wonderful ruler. It's called the Curvey Ruler, and I call it the business end of a French curve. It has wonderful curves on it that will help you true up your patterns. So to do this, I'm going to put the ruler down in the armhole area, in this curved area, and I'll just turn it until it fits right in that armhole area. You notice the short end is towards the shoulder area. Now I'm going to hold it here and just move it until it comes to where these meet. And that would be my new cutting line. It's just a little teeny wedge that's taken off of there. The other thing I'm going to do is, since I'm almost cutting off my notch, I am just going to put that notch right back in there. And then I can just trim just that little wedge right there. You'll notice that I also already marked this for the back as well. This adjustment goes through the front, the back, and the sleeve. So now I'll show you the sleeve. So we'll get it set up on the mat, cut the bottom line, and this pattern has a straight of grain. So instead of matching up center front and center back like I did on the other two pieces, I'll match up the straight of grain. On this piece, you'll notice a bigger jog. So it's a little bit more pronounced, but the way that you adjust it is exactly the same way. So I will take the Curvey Ruler and put it up to the armhole with the short end at the top of the sleeve and turn this until that fits in. Hold it there, move it up, and draw the line. You'll see on this one that I completely cut off the notches when I go to trim this, so I definitely want to make sure that I mark where the new notches are. And now your armhole is all shortened.